everyone, welcome back to the Waterstones vlog channel. My name's Sian. Today I am going to be talking to you about The Creeper Man by Dawn Kurtagich. It's a really creepy read and it's absolutely perfect for this time of year. So the book follows two sisters, Silla and Nori, as they escape their very abusive father and home in London, and they make their way to the countryside to live with their Aunt Cath in a blood red, huge manor that's surrounded by woods. So things start off quite lovely actually for the girls when they first arrive at the manor. Cath shows Silla a love that she's never been around before, and Silla's heart does begin to soften because she's a very cold-hearted, strong, angry character because of everything that she's been through in her past. So yeah, it begins off quite happy for both of them, but unfortunately things don't stay that way. Cath slowly starts to descend into some kind of madness, and the woods start creeping in and creepy stuff starts to happen, and poor Silla, who is the main character of this book, slowly starts to spiral and things start happening and it gets very creepy and it's very, very good. So Silla as a character she's angry at the world, she's angry at everything, she's angry at Cath, her parents, and she struggles throughout the book. She can sometimes come across as quite a horrible character, and I think that's partly because of everything that she's going through in the story, and reading the story and what's going on you do understand it, but I can see why a couple of people may find it difficult to relate to her, but I didn't find that difficult at all. I really rooted for her. I had no idea what was going on with her. I liked how angry she was. I think it really fit for this story, and I just wanted her to figure out what was going on, and I wanted her to be okay. And little Nori, who is her sister, was such a wonderful character. She can't speak, so they do a lot of sign language, which I think is wonderful. And their relationship is lovely. You know, Silla is the protector. Her main focus in the story is to protect Nori. This book is unique, I think, in the way that it's written. There are a lot of poems that start off each chapter, which I know a lot of people love. They are really lovely, well, not lovely, they're quite creepy poems actually, but they're really good poems. And she does a lot of writing where there are paragraphs, I think it's journal entries, Silla's journal entries, and there are letters that are in bold, and if you look at the bold letters, they each, you know, they spell out a sentence within themselves, and usually that sentence is quite deep and creepy, which I really enjoyed. So there are journal entries like this throughout, which are from all different characters, so you get to see what's happening with other characters throughout, which is really good as well. But overall it's such a wonderfully written book. It's so well crafted, and you do genuinely get the feel that this is a book that Dawn has crafted. It's not just something that she's written, she has crafted it. She's spent an insane amount of time just blending the words. She's just such a wonderful writer, and her other book as well, The Dead House, features a lot of this. The Dead House is actually told through journal entries, audio interviews and video transcripts. Both of them, in both of these books, she's just wonderfully crafted her words, and I just love it. They're such good reads. Definitely read this one as well, The Dead House. This is her first book, and it's the first one that I read by her, and I absolutely devoured it. So the twist at the end of this book I was not expecting, and I'd be interested if you do read the book to see whether you got the twist and knew what was happening. But I did not. I was very slow on the upkeep. I kept like alternating between thinking that Silla was going mad and then thinking, no she's not, there is actually something paranormal happening. I couldn't decide whether it was just because we were reading this book through a narrator like Silla who is potentially going mad, so you can't trust what she's saying, or whether it was actually happening. Like, that's the thing. I kept thinking, Christ, am I going mad? It had that kind of effect on me. I did struggle reading it at night because there are some really creepy things that happen throughout, and I just kept thinking, I need to stop reading right now, otherwise I'm not going to sleep tonight. And it did cause me to have a couple of freaky dreams, I'm not going to lie, but it's worth it. It's really, really worth it, and I think it's just the perfect book for this time of year, and I definitely recommend that you pick it up if you're into psychological thrillers, if you're into a bit of horror, because there are some elements of horror woven throughout, and if you just enjoy a really well-crafted, wonderfully written book, because that is exactly what this is, and I cannot recommend Dawn Kurtagich enough. She is such a wonderful author, and I just think she's so underrated, and she needs to be talked about more. That's it for my video today. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of Dawn's books or if you're planning to read any of them. And also if you have any recommendations that are quite creepy, because I really enjoyed the psychological kind of creepy thriller feel of it, because it does have, it does almost feel like a thriller too whilst reading it. So if you have any recommendations for me, I would love to hear them, because I want to kind of read more books along this line. I think there's a lack of horror and psychological thrillers in the young adult genre. So if you have any recommendations for me, that would be great. And I will see you next time.